Facebook Live. I don't know, something went wrong with my yoga, my studio this morning, and I had no streaming studio. It just wasn't connecting, and so now we're here on Facebook Live, and it always is. Anyways, we're here. It's now 7 minutes past 7, so I'm running late. So let me just settle. That was a busy few minutes. Great. So we're going to do the wave. We're going to start on the floor. It'll be a slightly shorter class, but let's do this. Let's move. Great. Awesome. Come. So lying on your back, your knees are bent. Your feet are flat on the floor. And just feel the floor beneath you. Perhaps you were looking for the video. Perhaps you're sitting on YouTube. I'm so sorry. So yeah, so just feel as you breathe into your belly. And just notice how this is. And then begin to rock your knees from side to side. And as you rock your knees from side to side, just feel the drag and the movement of you. Bring your arms out to the sides. Nice. And then squeeze both knees up onto your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees, hug it in. And then touch the floor with your toes. Squeeze your knees in. And then touch the floor with your toes. Squeeze. And touch. Now we're going to do single leg. So draw your right knee up and stretch your left leg long. Draw your left knee up, stretch your right leg long. And just feel that. Right knee, stretch your left leg long. And then left knee, stretch your right leg long. We're going to pause in this movement. So hold on to your right knee, lengthen out into the left leg. And really draw your shoulders away from your ears and feel like your spine is steady and strong on the floor. Draw your knee a little bit closer towards you and then extend into that left heel like you're trying to push a stone away from you. How would you really connect to your midline here? So how would you travel down your inner escalator or your inner elevator through the deep middle of you? How would you pour your attention inwards and centrally? Deepen into your breath and draw your right knee even closer. Nice, change. Draw the left knee up towards you, hold on to it, and stretch long into the right leg. Squeezing the left knee deeply down. Again, find that sense of the midline of you. Imagine that you are a leaf, and that sense of, you know, the way in a leaf or in a tree, there is this central structure, this aligning principle through the deep of you. How do you really deepen and settle and find the midline of you? Nice. Draw your knee up onto your chest, stretch long, and just travel a few times. Nice. And then draw a circle with your knees. So let your knees travel out and then toes down towards the floor, knees together, knees up towards your chest. And as you create this movement, how is that in your body? Just feeling, sensing the widening, toes touch the floor, knees up onto your chest, widening, toes touch the floor, and then in the other direction. Nice. Reach down, hold on to the feet, and pull your feet towards your belly. And just land. Sorry. And then come into happy baby. So lift your feet up so your feet are over your knees. And then either hold on to the backs of your knees to pull your knees towards your shoulders, hold on to your ankles to pull your knees towards your shoulders, or hold on to the soles of your feet to pull your knees towards your shoulders. And then begin to really feel that midline again. So for me, I travel from the center of my head down through my face, down through my throat, my spine, down through the deep of my chest, into the lower back, into the pelvis. And then I get a sense that I have 2 shoulders and 2 hips, and that there is this sense of the corners of my torso and the midline of me. So how would I really drop my 2 shoulders backwards? How would I soften and deepen into the pelvis so that my hips are falling backwards towards the floor a little bit more, or melting backwards towards the floor? Deepening your breath. And when you feel into your midline, do you get a sense that there's a difference between the right side of your body and the left side of your body? Nice. Bring the soles of your feet together and then drop your feet down towards the floor. Bring your hands to your hips. And I'm going to walk my shoulders away from my hips. Bring my hands to your hips. Pause there. And just let there be a softening through the pelvis, softening through the inner thighs. And then close the left knee over towards the right. And then close the right knee over towards the left. And interesting, if I keep my hands on my belly, there is a different kind of, it's interesting. Keep your hands on your belly as you do this, and suddenly I can feel more of the interaction between the shape that I'm making, the gesture I'm making, and how it meets my deep psoas and the deep belly. So just keep your hands on your belly as you squeeze one knee down to the other. And as you squeeze one knee down to the other. Nice. One more time each side. Nice. Back to center. Last movement on the floor. Roll up along your spine. So lift your hips high and then roll down along your spine. Again, I'm going to keep my hands on my hips as I travel up. And I have a deeper sense of where my pelvis is in space. So proprioception is your ability to feel your body and where it is in space. So where your body is in space. Like, how do you know that your feet are on the floor and over there, not up beside your shoulder? Like, how do you know that your head is in the middle and not more towards the left or towards the right? How do you know that your hands are on your belly? And so some parts of us have a clearer sense of proprioception, like we know minutely where our fingertips are and where our hands are. Our pelvis and our belly and our spine, maybe a little bit less, depending on who you are. Nice, pause. So having your hands on a part of your body really leads to more proprioception. So roll all the way over and come up into a downward dog. And just stretching back. Find this moment in your body. So yeah, last night I had a Zoom and my internet was telling me that it wasn't really working. So I plugged my computer in and still it wasn't really working. And then this morning it came back again. I wonder why. Everything looks like it should be working. Anyways, I'm really sorry for any. Bend your knees, stretch your legs. Bend your knees, stretch your legs. Nice, one more time. Bend your knees, stretch your legs. And then lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then bend your right knee up onto your chest, but you're not changing the position of your head. So lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. and then bend your right knee up onto your chest. So we're not coming into a plank, we're staying in our downward dog. Lifting up, and then bend your knee. Nice change. Lift the left leg up towards the ceiling, and then bend your knee. Lift your leg, bend your knee. One more time. Lift your leg, and bend your knee. Nice. Walk all the way forward to the front of your mat. And then slowly roll all the way up. Reach your arms wide. Bring your palms together, reaching up, looking up. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Cool. So reach your arms wide and bring your palms together. And then bring your palms in front of your chest in a prayer position. From here, lift your right leg up and then cross your right thigh over the top of the left. So I'm sitting down into my hips, but my right leg is over and my toes are on the floor over towards the left. Palms are together. So this is the sequence we were working on earlier in the week. And breathing into your belly, sit a little bit more down. Nice. Bring both feet so they're hip distance apart. And then bring your left elbow across to the right knee. Pause. Imagine that your chest or your heart can come towards your thumbs. Nice. Bring both hands to that right knee. Step the left leg back. Bring your left elbow to rest onto the right knee. Turn your chest. So my right hand is resting on my thigh or my hip, and then turn your chest towards the right. Breathe into your belly. From here, we're going to spiral. So sweep your left hand to your left hip, bring your left foot to the floor, and then reach your right hand up and look up. And then we're going to sweep in the other direction. Right elbow to your right thigh. Swing the left arm over your ear. Pause there. Really long and strong into that left leg. Reaching deeply into your left fingers. Nice. Turn your toes towards the left side of your mat. We'll come into water whooshing. So turn your toes towards the left. Sweep your right hand across. Turn your toes towards the right, sweep your left hand across. So you can have your elbows on your knees the whole time, and that takes the weight out of your groin and out of your belly. Or you can have your elbows off your thighs and travel. How would you travel from one side to the other in water whooshing? You could do water whooshing supreme, where you begin to lift upwards more, and then down, upwards more, and then down. One more time, upwards more. Bring both hands to the right side, and then step forward. We'll do that on the other side. So reach your arms wide and bring your palms together. Bring your hands together in front of your chest. Take your left leg, lift it up and cross it over the top of the right leg. And my left toes are on the floor. So there's little stabilizers over there of my left toes. Sit your bum down a little bit deeper. Breathe into your belly. Nice. Both feet to the floor flat, hip distance apart. Glide your right elbow over towards the left side. And then imagine that your heart can come to your thumb. How would you do that? Nice. Both hands to your left knee. Step the right leg back. Bring your right forearm to your left thigh, left hand to your hip, and just turn your twisted towards the left. So your right leg is long, your left knee is bent. Breathe into your belly. Nice, we're going to spiral. So begin to turn your chest towards the right. Bring your right foot flat to the floor, right hand to your hip, And then reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Spiral down or glide down. Left elbow down. Reach your right arm long beside your ear. Pause there. How long can you get from the baby toe side of your foot all the way into your fingertips? Nice. Turn your toes towards the right side of your mat. I'm going to turn forward so my bum's not facing you. And we're going to come into water whooshing again. So turn your toes. You can keep your elbow on your thigh always. Reach. Turn your toes. Reach. Or you do it without. And maybe you stay low as you travel from one side to the other. And maybe you come up into supreme. I have to say, it consistently is one of my favorite movements of all time. It just seems to grab me in loads of different directions. My feet feel really active. My torso feels really present. My hips are really alive. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Pause. Both knees to the floor. Pause. Come into a cat pose. And then bring your right knee, it's your knee that's coming forward, the right knee up towards the right hand. So you have several options here. One is that you step the left leg back a bit. So you come into pigeon, or you come into zigzag. Okay, so zigzag is a softer version of pigeon. So wherever you are, protect your right knee. You shouldn't feel uncomfortable. Push your fingers down, rise up through your spine, lengthen. And then rest forward over that right leg. As your right knee. Remember to move and make it softer, make it easier. You know, find a way that, so knees, they like, unless you're doing this regularly, it's challenging. I can feel that in my body today. Change. Bring your left knee forward to your left hand. Walk your right leg back, pigeon, or sit your bum down into zigzag. So see what's right for you. Find the distance that feels like wellness. Push your fingers down, rise to the spine. And then rest down over that left leg. And just rock a bit or move a bit. Connecting. Pause. Super. Come all the way up. And then come land on the floor. So just feel all of that. Deepening in, noticing the felt sense of you in this moment. Front of your face, front of your torso, deep of your belly. You know, how is this moment in you right now? So thanks for being here, even though some of you had to go find me this morning. And those of you who are doing the upload, you probably won't know anything apart from the fact that I'll arrive in really busy. So the studio didn't turn on where it usually turns on for some reason. So I've gone to Facebook Live and I'll upload this onto the channel now in a moment. So thanks for joining me. And as always, it's always like I learn, it's like the University of YouTube has taught me so much. You know, the University of Facebook, that I learn as I, like when difficulty arises, I go, I wonder how I'll do this. And so nice to learn with you. Sometimes a bit challenging, but nice to learn with you. And I'll see you all tomorrow on the normal places that I usually am. So great. Ciao, ciao. Slán. Thanks for being here.